Hey everyone, it's Tip, your host and founder of Spectrum Surprise Subscription Box for Kids. Today I'm going to be showing you everything in the July 2019 subscription box. So if you haven't received yours yet and you want to be surprised, go ahead and click stop now. Otherwise, stay tuned and you'll get to see everything that we have this month. In the top of your box, you'll find some paper goods. This will come to you in each month's box. If you gave me your kiddo's name, you'll see it right here at the top of this little center bubble. Otherwise, you'll just get this generic message here. And these other bubbles around the outside tell you, a short description of each of the items that's in the box. On the back side of this is just a simple thank you and my business info. So feel free to contact me if you have any questions or tag me on social media. Our autism awareness item for the month is this auto decal. I love these. I have this on my vehicle. Hopefully you never need this, but in the event of an emergency, it's great to let first responders or helpful citizens know that your child may not respond the way that they would be used to seeing. So hopefully you never need this, but it's really nice to have it. Our visual aid for the month is, because we actually have two, there's a morning and bedtime routine. So if you don't already use visual schedules, I cannot encourage you enough to start. And if you don't, this is a great way to start with just a simple morning and bedtime routine. Your child likely will not be able to do each of these items by themselves. But even with assistance, it's great if you can just go through each of the items with them. Okay, you just woke up. Let's go use the toilet. After you help them use the toilet, okay, the next item is wash our hands. Let's wash our hands. And to involve them even more, you could even use a dry erase marker. I like to do this with my boys. They can't do 90% of these items by themselves yet. They definitely need assistance. But just to involve them more, sometimes I'll take a dry erase marker and just cross through it. So, okay, you just woke up. Let's use the toilet. Okay, you just finished using the toilet. Let's mark through that one and go to the next item, because just seeing that, marking through it, okay, I did this. That will help improve their executive functioning skills, because they're able to see, I just completed this item. Now what is next? Visual aids help with transitions, like I said, executive functioning skills and communication skills. So if you don't already use visual aids, go ahead and start using this one right now. Moving on to our travel sensory kit. I'm so excited about this month's travel sensory kit. So I bubble wrap these, and I have shipped them in the past with no problem. But if your case arrives cracked, please let me know. I've never had a complaint about this yet, but just because we have shipments going pretty much everywhere now, I want to be on the safe side. And if it arrives cracked, please let me know, because I obviously need to be aware of that. But hopefully there are no casualties in the mail. So this month's travel sensory kit is super patriotic. We have these little acrylic stars, red, white, and blue, and clear-ish slime. When you receive this, it's probably going to be separated. This is totally normal to have this foamy layer on top. We have these little red, clear, and blue stars. We have small size and large size. So besides just putting the stars into the slime and, poking it down and playing with it, you can also have your child, which that is great fine motor practice, by the way. Just doing that and then pulling them back out is great fine motor practice. But you can also use these to help your child separate them by color, by size, or count them, depending on your child's functioning level. You can use this for all sorts of different things. If you homeschool, there should be about 50 of these smaller stars, so you can use these for manipulatives. And it's great for math practice and things like that. So there are a ton of different ways that you can use this at home or on the go. We take these in restaurants and in the car, And it's great for, sitting at the doctor's office, waiting, instead of just having a fidget toy, having something where you have like a real sensory medium. These really come in handy. So I know July 4th just passed, but in my family, we celebrate for a long time. So we're still celebrating July 4th pretty much for the rest of July. So I hope your kiddos enjoy these as much as mine have already. Now, let's see what sensory items we have. We have a Slow Rise squishy. This one is a cloud. So there are a few different styles of these. Just know that, there is variation in color and style in the boxes. So you might receive one of these little, I guess this is a sunset cloud because of the colors. It's kind of pink and orange like the sunset. But these are just Slow Rise squishies, and they're super, super soft. These are amazing. If your child doesn't already have squishies, then this is a great start. Squishies are the best. They're my favorite. I actually have one in my lap right now. This is a strawberry cake. This is not one in the box, but I love squishies. So yes, they're wonderful. The next item is a marble fidget. So you have this plastic mesh and this little marble inside. This is a great fidget to just carry around in your pocket, push it back and forth, or squeeze it from one end to the other. Just a nice little thing that is, travel friendly. Your kid can take it to school with them, church, anywhere. They're quiet. So it's a very welcome fidget in all settings. It's really not distracting. So your kid can just stick that in their pocket. You can drop it in your purse and take it with you on the go. If you have a chewer, then you will love this. So these little brick necklaces are awesome. My boys use these. I have chewers, and this helped my older son to transition from chewing Hot Wheels apart. And now he uses jewelry, which is obviously much better for his teeth. So these necklaces are great. It's trendy, so it's something that your kiddo can take to school with them if they are in the school setting. Otherwise, it's great to just have it on hand, because obviously you can put this over your neck and always have it when it's needed. These little travel light bulbs are the best. My boys have been loving these. We like to use lights during story time just to add a sensory factor, help it make the environment a little more calming. So sometimes we'll turn on one of our overhead sensory lights, or sometimes we'll use a flashlight, or like this. This is sort of like a flashlight, but it's a light bulb. Recently we've been using these light bulbs during story time. Just turn off all the lights and use the light bulb to shine it on the book. Just adds a little calming sensory effect. These are also great to just add to your sensory room. They're great for tent play, and even for, you can get creative. You can use these for speech therapy. Grab a little basket of items. If your child is working on receptive language, grab a little basket of some of their, favorite items, or just random items from the house, and that, words that you want them to be working on. And you can use this. Okay, let's shine the light bulb at the cat. Now let's shine the light bulb at the spoon. And, adding a sensory factor to it is obviously so much better than saying, please say cat. So this can be even used for speech. Just lights. We have millions of lights around here. You can never have too many different kinds of sensory lights. So there is that. The next item is this ticker called Ticket, and it's kind of like a reverse water timer. So there you go. Now you can see it. So it has these like tiny micro bubbles that float upwards instead of downwards. And this is actually a 1 minute timer. I have checked it to be sure, because I don't always believe the reviews, but it is exactly 1 minute. So You can not only just use this as a visual stimming tool, but also as a timer. Timers come in handy for so many different things. If your child is having trouble with transitions, one thing I hear a lot is video games or TV, any sort of visual media tends to be an issue. It's hard for your child to transition away from that, or whatever it is that your child is really struggling to transition from. Giving them a visual timer to transition from that item to the next item on the to-do list can really help ease the anxiety of the transition because they have a visual reminder. So if your child is struggling to transition from video games to dinner time, you can use this as a transition tool. Okay, Johnny, you have 1 minute, and when all the blue bubbles are at the top, it's time to turn off the game and come to the dinner table. We use 1 minute timers a lot around here because that's about all my children's attention span can handle right now. So it can be a 1 minute timer for a timeout if you need it. It can be a 1 minute timer for a calm down strategy. Okay, let's take deep breaths for 1 minute. So when all the blue is at the top, you can stop taking deep breaths. Or whatever calming strategy that they're using. If they're using their Smushie, which is a great calm down item. Just having the child smush it and watch it rise. Sorry, that's really crunchy because the packaging, the toy itself is really quiet. But if you want to have your child like squeeze this as hard as they can and then release and watch it rise, you can tell them, okay, use your Smushie until all the blue is at the top. So it's just great for calm down for lots of different things, transitions, like I said, but also just a fun little visual STEM toy that you can take on the go because it is travel size. The last sensory item that we have this month is this awesome Yogibo dog. I love these things. This is called an Aromamate, and this is basically a weighted heating pad. You can pop this little guy in the microwave for about 1 minute, and it is filled with this little weighted filling, and it also has a lavender scent, so it's great for calming. And if your child, has an ache or pain, they can also use this too. Just heat it up in the microwave and put that on a sore muscle or, any boo-boo that they might have to help them feel better. Yogibo, I cannot say enough about them. Their products are amazing. That is it for the actual items this month. So you had 6 different sensory items. Just a minute, please. Sorry about that. I also put a couple of bonuses in there just because, one, I was excited about summertime and July 4th, and two, I just really, really appreciate you guys. And that's the best way that I can say that is by giving you just a couple extra goodies. So you will also find a glow lanyard. This is either red or blue, just red, white, and blue, July 4th. So there's a little lanyard cord on here, so you can make it into a necklace. Like I said, we love lights of any kind at my house. And you also have this little rubber bracelet, stars and stripes, and a nice summery fruity putty. So those are just little extra gifts to say thank you. If you guys have any questions or if you have other ideas of ways to use the items in the box, feel free to share those on my Facebook page or Instagram account. And I will see you guys next month. Bye for now.